Today I want to show you my favorite card backs. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Casper the Boy Diviner, and today I wanted to talk about my favorite card backs out of decks that I own. So maybe I shall just make this a tag in case people are interested. Hashtag favorite card backs. So firstly, I want to talk about how important card backs are. To be honest, when I started my tarot journey, I didn't find card backs that important. The art in the front is the most important, of course. Even if you like card backs, the front art is always more important. When I started reading tarot, I always open my cards immediately. I don't leave things in mystery. Like, why do I want to wait? Why do I leave things closed when I can just open them immediately to see the answer? And after meeting T. Susan Chang when she came to Singapore to give a little tarot lecture, I realized she leaves the cards closed and she opens them as she does her reading. And to be honest, I feel like that kind of has a little bit of a surprise kind of sensation, especially when cards kind of come together and make sense together, or the story you were telling was confirmed by the next card that you opened. That was when I started leaving my cards closed, even when I do readings for myself. It's still nice to be surprised like that, and that was when I realized how important card backs were, because sometimes seeing the cards down with a card back, I like seeing something attractive, or I like seeing something that makes you want to open it. I don't know how to describe that. I do feel like some creators put less thought in the card backs than the card fronts themselves, which makes sense, but I do urge all creators to put in some level of thought into their card backs. The first deck I wanted to talk about is a really new deck for me, but I do feel like the artist put a lot of thought into it. And how simple it is might shock you, but it is the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. This is a new deck for me. And the extra card that comes with the deck looks like this. Let me show you. This is the extra card. Amazing. I love this. This is like the card of the void. I am thinking whether I should be using this as a it's a bit scuffed. Okay, anyway, I always notice things like that on camera. I don't know why. I love the card backs here. There's a lot of thought that Chase Voorhees has put into the deck. When the deck is backs are like this, you feel like you're reaching into the void. That's what he wants. He wants you to have that feeling that you're reaching to the void and reaching for answers. Okay, I got this card today, and this was the card that represents me. I don't know what that means yet. I haven't had time to really reflect. But interesting card, you know? So again, when you're laying this out on the table, everything closed, it looks so beautiful. Everything is black. Everything feels like, you know, it's a secret. Everything is a secret. Everything is the unknown, and you're reaching there and flipping it open to see the images. And of course, the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum is such a beautiful deck. I think I talked about it in my last monthly video where I talked about decks that I wanted, and I bought this just because it was running out. That FOMO feeling, I hate it, and yet I still got caught by it. I don't regret getting this deck. It is a beautiful deck, and I love the card backs so much, even though it's just a plain black. The fear about plain black cards is that they get scuffed easily, they get scratched easily, they look bad easily. But I think the card stock with this deck is similar to the one of my favorite card stocks that I talked about, which is in the hashtag cardstock snob video, the Weird Cat Tarot, the Spirit Keepers Tarot, that kind of card stock. So I don't feel like it will get scuffed easily. It does feel like there's an anti-scuff kind of layer on it. So that's the first deck I wanted to talk about with my favorite card backs. The second deck, of course, would be what I just mentioned, the Spirit Keepers Tarot. I feel like Benebell has a really good eye for really intricate kind of artwork, and that's what she excels in. And if you look at this back, it is a beautiful work of art. I really love this back so much. I feel like there's so much design into it. It is still reversible. The symbols are so small and yet so beautiful. And you can see the marbling in the black around. I love this texture. It makes this deck look expensive when it's laid down. Can you imagine? Can you see all these cards being laid down? How beautiful is that? On the tarot cloth that you have, or on the table. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. One of my favorite card backs to date. So intricate and filled with meaning. From the card back, you can read about it. I think Benebell does have resources about her card back and how she designed it, the meanings behind it, the esoteric symbols she embedded in it. It's just wonderful to take a look and know that there was thought put into that card back. Going in line with that, the next deck I wanted to talk about is the TABULA MUNDI, because I also feel like similar thought has been put into this deck by Mel Malid. I already talked about this in a previous video. She has the Abracadabra charm on her backs, where Abracadabra, you know, it goes, I don't know, I hope it focuses. Can you see? Can you see that? That's abracadabra, and they remove a letter each time it goes down, and that is kind of a banishing a banishing spell, a protection spell, where any kind of curse actually just decreases and decreases as it goes along. I feel like this deck also has protective magics already embedded into the card backs, and the beautiful rainbows representing all 7 chakras. The rainbows can be seen in the holographic coloring. These blacks are all holographic. Such intricate art also. I don't know what these symbols are. You can see the suits in the center. And I don't know what these symbols are, but it has that kind of hieroglyphic kind of feeling that also the Spirit Keeper's Tarot had previously that I shown. So if you pause the video and take a look at the Spirit Keeper's backs and this backs, you can find so much esoteric meaning and symbols, and this is why I like these backs. They are so filled with meaning even though they are just a back. At the same time, I do understand that this back in particular, because there's such a diverse color scheme compared to the SKT, which is all uniform, these backs may be slightly busy, maybe slightly distracting when you're doing this reading for people. Okay, so that's the only downside to this one. It's still one of my favorite card backs because there's definitely thought put into this. For more tarot related content about decks that I'm tempted with, new decks that may pique your interest, please subscribe and comment and like and everything. It really helps my channel out. The next deck I wanted to talk about is an intricate deck as well. Also, it has an intricate back. But to be fair, I don't know how much thought that was put into it, but it is beautiful. It is the OTHERKIN Tarot. And when I first saw this back, I didn't know it was. It is so hypnotizing. There are so many mirrors in this image. And after looking at it carefully, I do feel like there is that mirroring going on, and it's purposeful. She drew maybe a quarter. Can you see there's the hummingbirds, the wolf, and then the ant and the deer. So it's mirrored. And it's mirrored 4 times. And it creates this hypnotic effect. Along with the watercolor washes for texture in the corners. Beautiful back. I really like seeing this on a tarot cloth, especially on a dark tarot cloth. So if you have a black cloth, this looks amazing. I kind of miss this deck, even though I love the art. I don't really use it as much as I would like. I don't use a lot of decks that I wish I would, so I just wanted to shout this out because these backs are really intricate. These backs are really beautiful, and they're lighter than the ones we have seen so far, so I wanted to show some contrast. This is really representative of this deck because it is an animal deck, even though it has some anthropomorphic humans. You can see a full walkthrough. I've done it before. The next back I want to talk about is nothing really special, but I feel like it fits the theme of the cards so well. It's the Carnival at the End of the World. Recently they came up with a 2nd edition and it's a different color scheme, and I actually prefer this one. From what I hear, the 2nd edition has a much better book. So I don't know if I want to buy the book yet. It's still something I'm thinking about because money is always on my mind. But these backs are so beautiful. There's the kind of fun Harlequin circus energy to it, which is the Carnival at the End of the World. The other version, the 2nd edition, has a darker back. I don't know why I decided to show different cards, but these decks, can you imagine these backs being shown when you're doing a reading? They are quite hypnotic, they are quite beautiful, and they really fit with the theme in the front. So I really enjoy this one. And the last card back I wanted to show you guys is honestly also a really new deck, and it's one of my favorites right now. I'll talk more about it maybe. I've already done a walkthrough of the BOTAN Tarot. But the concept of a soul deck is not something I like. Not something I also readily accept. But if there is something like that, right now, this would kind of be my soul deck. This would be kind of the deck that I still have chills even though I've been using it almost every day. And the backs on these cards, they're amazing. I think cardstock is really important to me. I've already done a whole series on that, but I didn't really explain properly. But these cards have such a beautiful papery linen feel, and I feel like that adds to the beauty in the backs as well for some reason. I love these flowers. They are so beautiful. They are so classy. It has her seal. This is a signature seal. We Asians, Chinese, Japanese. I'm not sure where the Japanese have them. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just talk about Chinese people. We have these seals where we have our Chinese characters stylized, and we stamp it as our signature on our art or anything we want to do, like a talisman for example. I just love how this is drawn. This is so delicate, and yet the dark indigo blue really brings out that mystery, I guess. The same kind of void that was also pictured in the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum, and yet there's a delicacy to this art. I love how this kind of feels like, reminds me of embroidery. I don't know if I'm crazy, but this is how I feel. And look at all these cards laid next to each other and opening it up one by one. These backs go so well with the art in front. I don't know. I'm just enamored with this deck, and I don't think it can do me any wrong. I used to have some niggles with it, but after knowing the story behind the tarot, I've kind of just forgiven everything, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, my whole objectivity, my whole attitude of providing constructive criticism kind of just flew out the window. I think I really understand what it means to really enjoy a deck right now. So I used to enjoy decks at this level, and I thought this was a great level. The BOTAN Tarot took it maybe that much higher, and now all the other decks kind of feel less happy in comparison. Anyway, I just went on a tangent. This has nothing to do with the card backs, but all these card backs are so beautiful. I just realized how much I enjoy thoughtful card backs like this one. Beautiful card backs that complement with the front art like these ones. Not that the others don't, but these really go together. And intricate card backs like the Tabula Mundi and the Spirit Keeper's Tarot. Also the Otherkin, but these two have more like esoteric symbols, so I really enjoy these two. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any favorite card backs, please feel free to share below because I'm always interested in seeing more card backs. If you're a content creator, feel free to do a VR and let me know. I would love to watch any of your videos. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great rest of the day. You take care. Bye. Really intricate